There we go. I think we are live. Hello, everybody. If you're watching, just let us know in the comments. We want to make sure that we are live right now and that this is all working. So I'm going to do a double check here and I'm going to just check a couple of places. I don't see it there. And Wendy, you let me know when you see if you see yourself live.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, this is saying I'm live. This in the event, I think I have to go back to the event and click go live too. So let me go into here. Go live. Yes. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me just put a little, they asked me to put another description. We are live for let me just type this in. If you guys are watching, we're going to start in 1 minute. We're just making sure we're streaming live everywhere.
I'm not seeing it on my end. I don't know what's going on here.
That screen key was okay?
Yeah, I think so. But it's not good. I don't see it.
Okay, you go live on yours?
Yeah, no, it's not live on my end for some reason.
Okay, let me just put this. Okay, so we are definitely live. We're going live 2-1 in the Facebook group on the page, and we just need to get on to Instagram, everybody. But we're really excited for this because this is our first time doing a live contest. You can see our background, America's Next Top Hollywood Speaker. So it says, yeah, we're having trouble just looking at it. We're actually going live on Instagram. I think, yeah, your stream key is incorrect. It says edit. So I think that is the problem here.
Let me send you, I'm going to send it to you again and see if this works.
Well, make sure you copy the
well, I'm just hitting the copy button, so it should work because I'm just
so it says HPP,
I'm not like hovering over it or anything. There's just like a copy button that you click on. So let me just try doing it by copy, like, highlighting it and sending it to you.
If I can edit this, it's not like letting me edit right here.
That'll work. Hold on.
Yeah, it's something with the streaming thing. So everybody hold tight. We just want to make sure that we are live everywhere here. So let me save the changes here and let me see if I can add. I'm not sure if I can add another one at the same time here. Let's see, edit. Let me see if I can add on. Yeah, I think I can if I edit the live stream here, but okay. It's not letting me do the thing. So let me see.
I'm sending you a new stream key too. So just a second.
Okay. So hold on, guys. We are going to start any second. We're just making sure that we can get this situated so we can get live on Instagram and Facebook at the same time. So as you guys know, if you guys ever struggled with going live in Facebook groups or anywhere, Facebook groups took away the APIs. They made it very difficult. And so especially when you're going in multiple places, it's a little tech issue that you have to sometimes just work with a little bit till you get it right. So in the meantime, we're so excited. Before we actually officially start, while we're doing this, I want to introduce Michelle. Michelle, how do I pronounce your last name properly so I don't butcher it?
It's Benevento.
Benevento. Wonderful, wonderful. So tell us first, before you start, where are you from? Where do you live?
Oh, so I live in New Jersey.
Oh, my God. What part of Jersey?
Northern New Jersey, Bergen County.
Bergen. Okay. I lived in New Jersey for a very long time. I was in Old Bridge.
Old Bridge. Okay. I think that's south of where I'm at.
It's Middlesex County near Woodbridge. So
yes.
Anybody else watching who is in knows New Jersey or is in New Jersey, let us know.
Yeah, I'm very close to New York, about a half hour outside of New York City.
That's great. I grew up in New York. I grew up on Long Island.
Oh, okay. I'm a Jersey girl through and through. I grew up here.
We got any other Jersey girls in the house? Let us know.
Jersey in the house.
Yes, New York, New Jersey, same thing, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Especially if you go to California. I discovered when I went to California, everybody was like, "Oh, you're from New York." I was like, "Well, all right, close enough."
It's funny. I get that too. Like I live in Arizona now, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, you have a New York accent." Whereas when I lived in South Florida, nobody ever said that. It was really funny. They didn't.
Everybody was from New York.
Exactly. So this is funny. This is saying my internet connection. We're having tech issues starting live broadcast 2 in this and here. I just want to see where we're actually live because this keeps saying my internet connection.
I
Did you
sent you the stream key too.
okay, let me
an
grab
email.
that. It's doing it again. For some strange reason, your URL is not coming up correctly. It's coming up really weird. Let me just try this again one more time, and something's not going right with that, but I'll try it one more time. Let me see if that'll work. And if not, we'll just start and then we can actually rebroadcast it with the
Over to
recording.
Instagram.
Yeah, we can broadcast it right afterwards. So all is not lost. Let's see. Okay, so let's see if this works. Okay, save changes. Okay. Let's see if this goes live. Okay, so if you could start it now, let's see if that works.
Okay.
And for some strange reason, we're having like this thing is saying, yeah, there's always tech issues no matter what you do, right?
Always.
Okay,
It's
so
not retrograde yet.
is it I feel like it's always Mercury retrograde.
Not yet, but soon.
I just feel like Mercury retrograde is like it's always here. It's like I blame everything on Mercury and retrograde. I'm like
I do too.
you too. I'm like, yeah, it's just all the time, right? Okay,
It feels like it sometimes. Sure.
Oh my gosh, with the tech stuff, it's like always. I'm like, yeah, just nonstop. So let me see what's going on here. Okay, so I have this to go live. Now it should go live. Go live now. Posting group and let's see. Goodness gracious, this thing is always fun managing this stuff. And let me try this one more time.
Well, I get it. I'm not a tech guru either.
Yeah, it's still not there on my end. I don't see it.
You went live. Okay. So we're gonna luckily we're gonna have the recording all of this, so we will be able to rebroadcast this all live. So we're not gonna worry because we're gonna have it and then we're gonna just immediately edit it and stick it back up, and then we'll be able to share this again. Let me just check one more thing and then we're gonna be rolling. Sorry for the delay. Yeah, it's always so much fun. So how's the weather in Jersey right now? I have a son who's still in Jersey.
It's a little chilly, but it's seasonal. It's seasonal.
Yeah. Now we're getting toward right. Exactly. We are literally you're getting to, it's a middle of October. So October is always dicey. You never know. It could be hot on Halloween or it could be, cold.
Or in past Halloweens, we have no electricity or heat or anything else because of hurricanes and superstorms.
Oh, wow. I remember. Yes. Right. You get it all right.
Yeah. We're pretty fortunate though, I think, compared to other places. So.
Absolutely. Okay. So I'm just going to save this. And when you try one more time, because I just changed the stream and then we're going to go get ourselves off of the screen because we want Michelle to have the full screen. So I'm going to change the layout here and I'm going to bring Michelle up on the, okay, now nobody's on here. That's what, okay, now I'm going to put,
gotta love tech.
Okay, let's make you the main. Wait, there we go. Okay, we lost our cool background, but that's okay. That's all right.
All right.
Okay, wonderful.
You'll have to deal with mine.
Yes. We'll deal with it. Yes, because I'm seeing picture in picture. Nope, the split. That's not going to work. I just want to see if I can get you up to the main stage here. That's funny that's doing that. Remove from stage, mute, edit mic. Nope, that's not going to work. Okay, so we're going to just give you the whole stage here. There we go. And I'm really excited to hear about Spiritually Grounded. And we'll just do a little, wait, I got to do my drum roll here. There we go. And the stage is yours, Michelle. Welcome, Michelle.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Christina and Wendy and everyone who's viewing it right now. Can't tell you how much I truly appreciate your time and attention, because time and attention is absolutely everything. So, whenever you're doing a speaking like engagement or something like this, right, they always tell you to come off with some sort of hook, something shocking, something enticing, something whatever. So I'm going to start off with mine. But first, before I say that, I'm going to say that time And attention and intention is everything. Okay? And before I go on with my statement, which in this culture could get me canceled before I even begin, but I'm going to say it anyway because there's a really good story behind it. I loved COVID. Okay, so now before a lynch mob comes after me, I did not love the sickness. I did not love people dying. I did not love people losing their businesses. I did not love any of those disastrous effects. Okay, but I'll tell you what I did love. I did love that the world slowed down and that I could get off that hamster wheel and focus on the things that truly matter. The everyday small moments, the walking my dogs, the spending time with my children, cooking meals. Before COVID hit, I was running around, running small. My children were young, was running them to baseball games and basketball games and football games and grabbing fast food along the way because there was no time to make a good meal. So my point in telling you this was that there was a lot less grounding. Okay. There was almost no grounding and there was barely time for it. And what it made me realize was that there's always time for it. We have to make the time for it when life gets chaotic. And there can't be a more important time to do it than every moment of your life. Every moment is important. And the reason I was so focused on thanking everyone for their time, attention, and intention today was because that is the most priceless, amazing resource that we have. And it is within our control, whether we want to believe it or not. It is within our control. So it's spiritually grounded. We focus on teaching this, how to ground that energy. So as I like to say, we're spiritually grounded so we can soulfully soar. So what does that mean? So when we get up and those moments, perfect example of this is when we get up and you're running behind the clock, okay? You get up, your routine is rushed. We're constantly moving to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. And the clock is running us. Life is running us. And what I challenge people to do is to take that moment, slow it down. You run your life. You infuse it with the intentions. And where your attention goes, that's where your energy is going to flow. So if your attention is constantly, I'm going to be late, I have to get here, I have to get there, you're always in the future, you're never in the now. All we actually have is now. So I like to call myself, I'm a quantum energy alchemist. Okay, so what does that mean? That means every possibility exists simultaneously. The past, the present, the future, it all exists in the quantum field. Where we focus our attention and what we wish to intend for our day, for our moment, for our lives, is just in that moment. What we focus on is harnessing each moment to make it magical. I have a new workbook that'll be out at the end of today, actually, on my store, called Living an Enchanted Life. And it is all about taking every moment from stepping into your shower, from walking through a door, from cooking your meal for yourself or your family. Every moment counts. And the way we make every moment count is creating it to be sacred. How do we create it to be sacred? Well, we take our wishes, our desires, what we wish to see and manifest in our lives, within ourselves, and we focus it. We speak those words. The power of life and death is in the tongue. The Bible teaches that. There's many passages that teach that. What we speak and think has power over our life. What we do here and what we focus on in my workbook and in the 30-day challenge that we will be doing along with the workbook is learn how to ground, how to focus our attention, and how to speak words into our intentions, into our everyday moments, so that they are magical, they are mystical, they are miraculous. Because the truth is, they are. So let's just take a moment. And if you could all just take a nice deep breath with me, in through your nose. Hold that, and then we're going to take a nice deep sniff right at the top of that breath. And exhale fully. Let the tension fall away. And focus on what is it that you desire for your day? What is it for you to desire in this moment? I wish to speak peace, love, harmony, joy, and abundance into every moment of my day and yours. And that is what we teach: how to control our breath, how to ground our energy, how to work with color rays, how to work with that energy to manifest a life that you are in love with. Because shouldn't we be in love with our own lives? And shouldn't we be in love with every aspect of it? There is nothing more magical than this moment. And it's spiritually grounded. We teach you how to harness that. No matter what's going on, whether it's COVID, whether it's a storm, whether it's a storm within our own lives. As Wayne Dyer had said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Much like my necklace, if you can see that, it is a hologram. And as I change it in the light, what you see within it changes. It's the same principle. Our whole life is a hologram. How you choose to look at it, the light you wish to infuse in it, changes how it appears. So I invite you to visit my Instagram, Michelle D. Benevento, as well as my Stan store, which is stan.store/spiritually grounded. And come learn about these different things. Come join me so I can help you fall in love with your life too. And I want to thank you again for this wonderful time together. I've truly enjoyed it. I hope you have too, and that you will come and join me in learning about how to harness all of the energies and forces of this world to live a magical life. Thank you again.
Oh, that was amazing. Wow, I love that. Absolutely
So
amazing.
good.
I'm actually doing the deep breathing. That was great.
Good. I'm
love
glad.
that.
I was closing my eyes and listening to your voice. It's so soothing. So
It
definitely.
really is.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. And it's it's funny too, because with these tech issues we're having, so it's like
Aw, that's really sweet of you to say. I'm glad.
I love it because we do forget to stop and breathe and to be, just in the moment and to, not get caught up in all of the little things that go wrong every day, right? Like we put too much emphasis on it. I know I do. Like, like you just
Yeah.
forget. You're like, oh my gosh, this, that. You're in a rush all the time. So that is just like so soothing. And we want to thank you so much. I loved
Yes.
it.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. I really truly appreciate the time and the opportunity and the time
I
spent.
love it. And I also want to make I'm looking for my little sound effects here, and now I can't find them, but I wanted to have our little applause go on. I'm like, where the heck did it go? Like, yeah, because I had the drum roll, and now I'm looking for it kind of disappeared here. I'm like, oh, I got to put that on. Where is that? Oh, wait, maybe it's hiding here. Where the heck did that go? It's not here in the comments, but I will find. It's another thing I can't find, right? It was under here. Okay, yes. Oh, here we go. Okay, everybody, I'm going to put this loud because we have to give a big applause. This is a new StreamYard feature, by the way.
And I had no idea it was there.
I just discovered this. They
That's
have like
awesome.
little sounds that you can add. I'm like, is it right? You can even
See,
play
that's
background
incredible.
music.
And see, you know what? Even just this whole experience and you having difficulty with all that, I look at it as a blessing because I got to spend more time with you ladies and we got to chat and we got to be very authentic with one another.
Yes.
No, and I think that's what life is all about, right?
It
It's
is.
like churning, things that it's all our perception. Are we going to look at it as a positive or a negative, making the lemon, 8 out of the lemons, and anything can really be, most anything we could find some silver lining in, right? Some lesson.
100%. My whole life. And I talk about that and how I came to this journey actually when I teach. But I know we were trying to keep it to 6 minutes. So
Oh, that's fine. No, this has been amazing. You are incredible. So we have
Yes.
one more round of applause.
Yes. Thank you.
thank you,
Awesome.
ladies.
Thank
We
you
truly
so much.
appreciate
Thank you,
both.
Michelle. Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye.
Much love to all of you.
I love to you too. Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that was incredible. I absolutely love that. Leave a
Yes,
comment.
yes.
Watching here with us live, leave your feedback for Michelle. We're going to want everybody to vote for Michelle. We're going to be bringing on some more speakers and bringing them to the stage, and we're just waiting for them. We're going to see who's up next. Let me look at our schedule here too, because we have a bunch of ladies who are coming on either, and we have some who couldn't make it we have, unfortunately this time of year people get sick, but we're going to get videos from everybody and then, be able to play them. So, so I said we had Michelle. So we're now I don't know where Annette is. Annette was next and I don't see her. Then we have Tanny and a video, and then there's Nancy got sick. So we're just waiting for everybody to show up. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for everybody, Wendy, do you want to talk a little bit about the event so they understand what we're doing here? So if you're just tuning in and you don't know what we're doing, or like
Yeah.
you're like, these American Next Top Hollywood speakers thing in the background, what are we doing? So I'm going to let Wendy, you take it from here and tell them a little bit about the event, what it's about, and what we're doing.
Yeah, we're super excited. We're actually having an event in Hollywood on November 12th, 13th, and 14th. And a few people from this contest are going to win speaker spots at our Hollywood event. So very exciting. We've got confirmed celebrities that will be speaking on stage, confirmed influencers that will be speaking on stage. We have the venue is going to be at the W Hotel in West Hollywood, and the loft that we are the venue that we have oversees the Hollywood sign, which is beautiful. We have blocked book rooms there at a discounted rate at the W for all of our speakers. So it's turning out to be this incredible thing that just has taken a life of its own. Initially, I approached Christina and asked her if she wanted to collaborate with me on this event, and she said yes. And we were thinking, oh, we'll just do it in San Diego, maybe like 100 people, that'll be good. And then, all these opportunities started falling in our lap. The W, Rachel McCord and the McCord list reached out and want to sponsor it. And all these things started just snowballing and taking a life of its own. So now it's become this big Hollywood, like glam, event that we're holding, which is absolutely incredible. So it's kind of like a women's empowerment, women's entrepreneurs meets Hollywood. So it's never been done before. We're the first ones doing it. And so it's going to be absolutely incredible. It's also going to be streaming on Binge TV, Apple TV, Roku, iOS to 1 billion screens. So it's going to be amazing. Do you want to share like some of our guests that are going to be there that we have confirmed?
Yes.
Christina?
Let me pull up the page so that I can show you guys the exciting events that we have here. People are coming to this event. So let me just grab that link really fast and I'm going to show you guys live. I'll share my screen. Yeah, we're so excited because this is literally right, over the Hollywood sign. It's a beautiful venue. We're going to be having a yacht party night
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, Friday night.
So I'm gonna like just share the screen here. Let me see, share screen. Okay, share screen with two sharing screen. No, we don't have two monitors. Okay, and let me just grab this page here. Okay, so do you guys see the screen right now?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. So you can see this is just some of our speakers. We have more that we haven't even added yet. So we have Rachel McCord. We have Jasmine Good, who is a Bravo celebrity. She is on the show The Valley. That is a spinoff of Lisa Vanderpump's shows. And if you know who Lisa Vanderpump is, she was on Beverly Hills Housewives, has restaurants. Then we got Sydney Faulkner, who is on a Netflix show, Million Dollar Secret. And of course, you guys must recognize this guy here, Justin Guarini. This is American Idol. Justin is a great guy, and Kim is his partner here, business partner. She is a best-selling author. Justin was on season 1, the very first American Idol. He came in second next to Kelly Clarkson. So we're so excited to have him. Kathleen Cameron, best-selling author. Amazing woman. And we've got the amazing Lynn Rose, who has been in Hollywood for a very long time. She is an award-winning entertainer, MC. She's helped speakers on stage, worked with lots of celebrities. And of course, Rachel McCord, who is from the McCord List, absolutely amazing talk show host. She's interviewed everyone from Tyra Banks, Tori Spelling, and on, and she's got an amazing several shows that are streaming on Amazon Prime and all over cable. And so, like I said, we have more speakers. We cannot announce yet, but they are going to be announced soon. We have one I can announce. We haven't put her picture up. Is the amazing Christine Morel. She is incredible. But we're going to be putting everybody's names and as soon as we get everybody's pictures, and we're going to be putting them up soon. And what we're doing too is we wanted this event to be a little bit different. So, like, how can we get everybody involved in this event? Yeah, we have our top speaker spots, and that's what this contest is about, right? Somebody's going to win a $9,000 speaker spot that includes a lot of media. We're giving them a billboard in Times Square, and they're going to get a article in Huff Mag and a whole bunch of other things. Speaking on stage, but we wanted to make it so that everyone who comes to this event, if they choose, can be a part of the event and can actually participate. So we've come up with this called the VIP Spotlight Experience. Now, this is going to be for a select number of people because we just don't have enough spots. We're going to be doing 2 segments of these a day where they're going to be 10 people, 3 minutes each, rapid fire on the stage. And this can be done virtually or in the Hollywood. And if you come to Hollywood, you get 2 tickets to the entire 3 days of the event. Plus, you get to share your message, your story, your win live from the Hollywood stage. And this is going to be streamed live on Binge, which has a potential reach of 1 billion households. And this is like from the homepage of Binge, because Binge is in collaboration. Wendy has partnered up with them. And so this is just really, really special. So we wanted everyone to be able to have, at an affordable price too, to get their tickets. I mean, it's kind of crazy how low we have positioned this. So you can come get this. It's just crazy. You can be a VIP Spotlight speaker live in person for only $497. And that includes 3 days of the event in Hollywood, your 3 minutes on stage, and also a item in our virtual gift bag, which is going out to all the attendees watching virtually and in person. So it's like a phenomenal deal. Like, you just do the math on that. That's crazy, but there's a very limited amount of spots for that. So if you're interested in that, you should grab yours. If you're, there's no way you can make it to Hollywood. This is November 12th through the 4th, 12th, 13th, 14th. We have a virtual option as well. And the option is only $297. And if you're super shy and you're like, okay, I do not want to be on stage. No, some people like rather die than be on stage. You can come to the event. Right? Yes, it's only, we have an early bird right now where it's $197. You just come to the event, and it's 3 days, and you get to bring a friend with you for moral support. So all of these come with 2 tickets, whether you're watching virtually or in person. So it's at the beautiful W. We have, we're going to have your red carpet and maybe a pink carpet. We'll see. Welcome. We're going to have keynotes and panelists and celebrity. We're having influencers who are coming or are going to be there in the audience. we've got really some great social media influences we haven't even announced yet. So it's going to be so much fun. This is a beautiful W. We're like so excited to do an event like this because we're kind of merging, Hollywood with our world of women entrepreneurship. And what does this give you? Like, why? Why should you speak on stage for 3 minutes? Or if you wanted to apply to be, one of the spotlight speakers, which I think I may have shown you. Let me see if I've got them up here. No, they're down over here. I'll show you. These are our amazing, iconic speakers here. Why would you want to do this? Well, one of the things is for branding and credibility and authority. Right now, we are in something that my friend Anna Singel calls a trust recession. And what does that mean? You're probably all feeling it. If you're a coach, if you're you're an online marketer or a course creator or health wellness, whatever you're doing, like people have a hard time now, like making decisions and trusting. They've got tons of distractions, right? They're on scrolling, doom scrolling, and all these ads are popping up. And, it's not 2020 anymore. It used to be like, things exploded in 2020. Everybody wanted to be online. People were buying. Things have, pulled back now, and you may be feeling that. So people are going to have more discernment, and they're going to want to check you out more and have that before they're going to, especially high ticket sales, before they're going to invest with you. So you want to make sure you're positioned, your business and yourself as an authority. And the best way to do that is to have the authority of logos from media, to say, I spoke on stage with, and celebrities or well-known authors, Kathleen Cameron, Merck and Justin Guarini, like all the people that I mentioned. This gives you, in the eyes of, when you put this on your website, it gives you, in the eyes of your potential clients, credibility and authority. So it's great for that. It's a great massive visibility and exposure, and the footage that you get, and you can be used for social media. It's just an amazing thing. So if you're interested in applying for one of the iconic speaker spots, you can let us know. We've been sending a lot of emails. If you're not on our list, you can just, leave a comment under here. We will get in touch with you. But the link should be pinned for if you want to grab a ticket for this. So
yeah, this is an incredible deal, because I know several events happening in the area that, cost a few $1,000s to speak on stage. So the $497, you cannot beat that, $497. And we really did that just because we wanted to give every woman an opportunity to shine. So that's the reason why we did it so affordable. We want to give you all an opportunity to shine. And for me, I love going to events. And what I love most about them is not just what I learn from the speakers, but also the networking that goes along with them. I truly, truly believe that your network is directly related to your net worth. And networking has been how I've forged so many collaborations with, even Christina networking, Tony Robbins networking, Dean Graziosi networking, Gary Vee networking, Marianne Williamson networking, Elena Cardone on a yacht networking. So that's how I met her. So you never know who you're going to meet on a yacht. So definitely you want to be there, and you can actually even upgrade your ticket to VIP, and it includes the yacht party, and that's like for $997 you can upgrade. Like, that's a no-brainer, and you get to be on that yacht. And you get the VIP lunches with us too. So that's another opportunity to network. We're having, in the morning, we'll be networking over coffee. So the networking is everything. It really is. It's everything. That's where you get to, kind of get to know people on a more intimate level. You get to know them, like, who are they as a person, and you get the opportunity to connect, to collaborate. So don't miss out on this event. It's going to be absolutely incredible. You could meet some celebrities while you're there. I mean, my goodness, who doesn't want to be a part of that, right? I know I was like a little girl. I was like a giddy little girl when Christina confirmed Justin Guarini. I was like, oh my God. I totally was fangirling.
Yeah, and
Really
Justin's actually
fangirl.
gonna be training with Kim. We're gonna our iconic speakers and power speakers are going to get personally trained for the day on I believe now it's October 30th.
Yeah.
So right before the event. So it's going to be super fun. Like you're gonna be working with Justin. He's such a nice guy. Yeah, I had the same reaction when I met him when I spoke at Funnel Hacking Live International last year. He was there in the audience and he came up to me and he was like, "Oh, I saw you on Russell's podcast." And I did like a double take. I'm like, "What is that? American Idol? I remember watching that." and it,
I
and we,
totally watched it.
yeah, he's such a sweet guy. Him and Kim have actually helped, do trainings for Stand Online members in the last year. They're just amazing people. And yeah, such a, but I did the same thing, Wendy. I was like,
Yeah.
"What? American Idol?"
Yeah.
Right? So
I'll
we were
definitely be on that training on the 30th. Count me in.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, who could forget that? That was the very first one of an iconic show, right? So
Mhm.
absolutely amazing. And it's gonna be amazing, right? It's getting these pictures with the celebrities. And like I said, there's some more that we haven't announced yet. So it's gonna be
Mhm.
so much fun. And it's approximately to people too. So like, I'm in several high-end masterminds. And the reason I do that is not only for the person who is leading the mastermind, because you do learn a lot, or for the knowledge, it's because of
Right.
the friends I make and the connections I make. And I've made such dear friends in both my masterminds and we've collaborated. And that's what live in-person events do for you. It gives you the ability to like come out from online, and get in the room and meet people, and amazing things happen when you do that. Like ideas. I mean, it could be just one idea. One idea could be something that can make you $1 million just by being with the right people and
Yeah.
finding the right connections. So it's so powerful. And I think, I know Michelle was talking about COVID, right? And we were all went virtual. I feel like we're all like almost zoomed out. Like we are always on Zoom and like virtual, which is great. But we getting back now to the in-person, like, like how it used to be. We used to go before there was internet, like for those of you, who are not, say, over 40 maybe, or remember those days, where we used to meet each other.
Mhm.
And you become top of mind too. It's so funny how that works. You can be with someone and like all of a sudden, like you can go to networking meetings and make friends and know what someone does, and then 6 months later you meet somebody and you're like, "Oh, wait a second, I know somebody who can help you with that." And then you get referrals. It's just like a natural thing that you do with referrals, when you get to know, like, and trust other people. So that's the beauty of that. And now to have, the fact that you can come to this event for such a low price and get 3 minutes on the stage. I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
anybody who's ever done that. So
Nobody. And
I mean,
the reason we did it is not because it's not worth, thousands of dollars. It's because me and Christina's passion, purpose, and calling really, our entire businesses are ran on spotlighting women. That's what we do. I mean, that's our passion. That's what we love to do, is we love to spotlight you. And so it just made sense for us. Like, we don't have to be the center of attention or on the spotlight. I mean, yes, we'll be on stage, but we don't have to be that all the time. That's not what we built our businesses around. We built our businesses around spotlighting other women. And so it was like a no-brainer. Like, no, there's no better way to spotlight you than in Hollywood, for $497. So there is no reason to not come. It's affordable. You can be there, and you can be on stage, and you can be, meeting some phenomenal like individuals there and celebrities. And me and Christina, you get to meet us too. So you definitely want to be there. This is an event you don't want to miss.
yeah, no, it's gonna be amazing. And the idea we got for the spotlights actually came from Lynn Rose, who is our MC, Hollywood MC. And she told me there is events that do this in is Hollywood or around, with celebrities, and they charge, get her not for the 3 minutes. I think she said it was about $5,000 for these type of things. So like, it is a great deal. It's an amazing deal that you'll have this credibility that you can put on your website, spoke on stage along with, and put
Yeah.
people's That gives you instant credibility right there.
Yeah,
For
not to mention you get to say you spoke on TV. So you get to say, I spoke
Oh,
on TV, Binge TV, Apple TV, Roku, iOS. So that automatically boosts your credibility and authority. So you don't want to miss this. You definitely don't want to miss this.
yeah,
It's going
so
to be
I
an
dropped the link.
incredibly
I'll drop it again. Make sure you grab your tickets, but we're still waiting for our contestants here. And I just want to see if anybody's confused or what's going on. So I'm going to take a little look at my emails here because I'm like, okay, we are missing people. So it's interesting. I do have a video from one of the contestants who lives in London that I'm just figuring out how to get set up. So Wendy, I'm going to go grab that if you want to share about,
Yeah.
just how that, I think it's
I'll tell my story about how I met Elena Cardone and what that's led to.
yeah. I'm going to take myself off of the stage for a second here. Let me
Okay.
see. Do that. Remove.
So when I was, goodness, what was it? 2019, I believe it was. I was on in a magazine. I think it was called In Style something. I don't really remember, but it was one of the magazines I was in. And I had it was like top 100 women in power or top 100 women, most influential women, something like that. So I was one of those 100 women. And on the cover of that magazine was this woman like in this red flowy dress. And she was like on the wing of a jet. And I was like, wow, who is that? She looked gorgeous. I was like, who is that? And I opened it up to read about her, and it was Elena Cardone, and read that, her and Grant Cardone and, the empire that they built. And I was like, oh my God, I got to meet her like someday. I'm just going to meet her one day. So fast forward, that was back in 2019. Fast forward about 3 years ago, I was collaborating with Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi on a project, and I had gone to Dean Graziosi's mastermind.com facility here in Scottsdale. And when I went there, we did like a podcast together, and I was waiting for him. So me and his assistant were playing ping pong in the weight room while I was waiting for him to get wrapped up with this other one. And we hit it off, started talking. We were just talking and, chit-chatting, and we exchanged numbers because he's also in the area. So we're like, oh, we'll hang out sometime, and got each other's numbers. And then, so I did the podcast with Dean Graziosi. A year later, that assistant called me or he texted me and he said, I have an opportunity. I'm no longer with Dean. I'm actually with the Cardones, and we're looking for a powerhouse woman who can help us and collaborate with us on a project that we're working on. And the first person I thought of was you. Wanted to see if you'd be, interested in partnering with us and doing this collaboration. So we want to invite you out to San Diego and for a yacht party and to do like a mastermind with Grant Cardone. Everything's free. And so I was like, well, of course. Yeah, definitely. So I went out to San Diego, got to mastermind with Grant Cardone, regardless to, what people think about him, because I know he's considered controversial, but regardless of what people think about him, he's a billionaire. Who doesn't want to learn from a billionaire? So I literally sat there all day learning from this billionaire and his wife, Elena Cardone. And she also spoke at the mastermind. And so then we went to the yacht party, and there wasn't a ton of women there. It was mostly men, and there was only a few women. And so me and another one hung out with, the other women that were there, and Elena Cardone, because she was one of the few women that were there. So we hung out and we started talking, and me and Elena hit it off, and we exchanged numbers. And so we started texting each other, after the event. And I asked her to be like on a podcast with me, and she said, yes, absolutely. And then she asked me like a year later to be on a YouTube show that she was launching. And she's like, I'm going to be on this YouTube show, or I'm creating this YouTube show, and I want you to be on it. There's 52 women. I'm doing one woman per week for the entire year. If I stop right now, she like sent me a message or text me from her private jet and said, I'm flying over you right now. If I stop in Scottsdale, can you come and meet me? and do this show and let me interview you. And I was like, oh yeah, of course. So I literally was so sick. I had been sick like for almost like a week, and I was starting to I was on the tail end of it, so I looked like crap. My eyes were like, I had no lashes on, so I had to call my lash girl, and I'm like, can you please get me in today last minute? So she got me in. But because you don't say no to Elena Cardone, ladies, just like you don't say no to this Hollywood opportunity. Like when you see an opportunity, you jump on it. Like that's just what you do. You push through the fear, you push through being scared, you push through all the the negative thoughts that are going through your head about why you're not good enough, smart enough, pretty enough, skinny enough. You push through all of those thoughts, and you do it when you're given an opportunity like this. You don't pass up that opportunity. And so that's what I've learned in my life, is that you just don't pass up opportunities when they're given to you. You jump on them, and you recognize an opportunity when you see an opportunity, and you jump on it, no matter what this voice is telling you, because growth and greatness never happens in comfort zones. So you have to push yourself through the fear of being on stage, being seen, being visible. Because trust me, if anybody understands that, I do, because I considered myself an introvert, and maybe now I'm more of an extroverted introvert. But I had to come to a point where I had to push through the fear and do it anyway. Nobody's ever ready. You're never going to be ready, but you got to do it anyway. So that's my advice for anybody who's doubting themselves. So I pushed through the fear, and I went and met her. I could have easily been like, made all the excuses of, at the tail end of I'm not really feeling that great, and my lashes aren't done, and or my schedule's too busy today. I could have made up a million excuses, but I didn't. It's Elena Cardone, and I took the opportunity, and I went down there, did an interview with her. She put it on her YouTube channel. And then a year later, I had the idea, when I was creating the Top 100 Women in Power, this virtual event. I really was coming into a place where I was stepping into like all of my power as a woman. I had gone through a divorce, through a toxic marriage that I was in for 23 years. And I was, and I realized I don't even know that I ever was an introvert. Stay more quiet and play small, and for the benefit of not rocking myself small. And I don't know that I was ever really truly an introvert. So I call myself an extroverted introvert. I was like, I no longer claim that identity of being an introvert. I'm shedding myself of that identity, and I'm stepping into a new version of me. And I want to step into all of my power as a woman. And that's how I came up with the Top 100 Women in Power. And so I came up with this idea in 2023. In 2024, we did a virtual event, and it went viral. We had over 20,000 attendees. And then I reached out to Elena Cardone, and I said, I can't picture anybody else on the top of this except for you, because that magazine had that in my head, the top 100 most influential women or whatever it was, right? And so it was in my head for her to be to be that woman. So I reached out to her, and she said, absolutely. So she was like she was the VIP person on the ticket, on the graphics, on the brand. And then I thought, well, who else could I get in here, get on there with me? Because I wanted somebody who was opposite of Elena, because really I wanted two totally different women, because in the end, really, we may have different beliefs. We might have different political beliefs. We might have all these differences, but in the end, I've worked with over 10,000 women in 29 different countries. And in the end, what I've noticed is that all of our stories are the same. All of our stories tell the same thing, right? And so I wanted two different women. So I got Kathleen Cameron, who's a manifestation like goddess, right? She's worked with Bob Proctor. She has best-selling books and, all this. So I was like, I'm going to get Kathleen, because they're two totally different women. The contrast, and I thought it would be kind of a little bit controversial to have such totally polar opposites. And also because I know controversies goes viral on the internet too. So I got Kathleen Cameron. She said yes to it as well. So those two ladies became the face of the Top 100 Women in Power brand. And I had them for 2 years in a row. And then this last year, I decided that I would have the audacity to put my own face right in the middle of this graphic as I was stepping into all my power and claiming my new identity. I had the audacity to put myself right in the center of these two ladies and create this incredible virtual event that went viral again, had over 23,000 attendees. Binge TV picked it up and streamed it live for the first day live. So it was streamed live on Binge TV, Apple TV, Roku, and iOS. And then I thought, how can I take it even bigger, right? How can I take this even bigger? And I went and did, and that's when I decided I want to do it in person. I want to take this brand in person and I want to do an in-person event. And I reached out to Binge TV and I said, I want to do this in person. They're like, it sounds incredible. If you do it in person, we'll sponsor it. We'll pick it up for the 3 days. And you can air it here on 3 days and it'll be our biggest live event we've ever put on. Then I reached out to Christina because I thought, how can I make this like really amazing? Christina has like over 1.5 million people over on Facebook. I have over 1.5 million on Instagram. And I thought this will be a great collaboration to bring this. And so that's what we did. We brought it together and we started brainstorming, coming up with all these ideas. And through, a lot of Christina's connections through her networking and mastermind, and then my connections as well, we were able to really create like a package. It's more than just a speaker package. It's a visibility package. Really, that's what it is. It's this massive visibility package because we were trying to think, what would we want in our own businesses? How would we want to be seen? What are the things that we would want to do in our own business? And that's when we created these packages. And I mean, we have some incredible things in this package. Like you get a billboard in Times Square, you get a Huffington Post article, you get stage time, TEDx style for 18 minutes. So it's just you on stage speaking. So you get that. You get all these incredible like perks that you get awarded, just the award itself. You get a trophy that's absolutely beautiful, and you get awarded as top 100 women in power to put on your desk. And you get a red carpet press interview. You get a photo shoot, branded reels. There's all kinds of things that you get. It's absolutely incredible. Maybe if Christina, if you have like, I don't know if you have the speaker, do we have the speaker thing that we can show, or are we
Sure.
ready for our next speaker?
We do have our next speaker. Who
let's
sent
do
me
that.
the video, but then we can do that. Yes, I'm going to
Okay.
share the screen now. We're going to show. I'm going to just let me get this on because she sent in her video because she lives in London, so times are a little time zones and stuff too. So let me find share screen. Let me get her up here. Let me see. Okay, share the screen. Okay, and I'm just going to play this video. Can you guys see the screen?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you can see it. Okay, let me make it large. And I'm going to hit play.
Hello, gorgeous, beautiful queens. My name is Carissa Atkins, and I'm the CEO and founder of a company called the Alpha Queen Collective. And this is my audition for America's Next Top Hollywood Speaker. The keynote is called The Psychology of Getting Everything You Want. Let's get to it. I didn't come here to just inspire you. I came to activate something deep within you. It's a wake-up call for every woman who has ever dimmed her light to make others feel more comfortable. So here's your permission slip right out of the gate. You don't have to shrink to be safe. You don't have to apologize for wanting epic shit. And you definitely don't have to play small to be liked by others. So today, together, let's rise. Can I ask you something? Have you ever caught yourself thinking, you're not enough, or you'll never make it, or who do you think you are? We all have that little bitty voice inside of us. Sometimes it sounds like other people's opinions, but most of the time it's our own conditioning, the subconscious programming that is keeping so many powerful women playing small. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and thought, what in the hell happened to me? Sure, right? You put on your happy face, you slap on a cute, sexy dress, you tell everybody, girl, I'm great, doing fantastic today. But inside, you feel and you know that you've lost a little piece of yourself. You probably lost a little bit of yourself somewhere between all the responsibility and the endless chase to do more, be more, and build more. As women, we've been taught to be humble, to be good, to be grateful. But in the process, we've learned to silence our hunger for wanting more. And here's the truth. You cannot create an extraordinary life with average thoughts. You can't build $1 million business with a $5 mindset. And it's really, really hard to embody the most powerful version of you if your identity is still wired for permission and validation from others. At 25 years old, I was living that exact lie. As a wife, as a mother, and as a woman who was living in a foreign country. I mean, sure, to everybody else in the States, my life looked perfect. But on the inside, it was different. At 213 pounds, depressed, stressed, I smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day. I drank so much wine every day just to help me unwind at night. I had a lifestyle full of excuses, blame, and shame. I was completely disconnected from the woman that I desired to be. Then, one day, my doctor looked at me square in the eye and she said, Carissa, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but somebody needs to. She then said, if you don't change your lifestyle today, your kids won't have a mom in 10 years. Ouch, right? I mean, talk about a punch straight to the gut. I knew I was unhealthy and I hated the reflection in the mirror, but I never thought it was that bad. The next morning, I was sitting on the couch feeling pretty sorry for myself when I happened to glance over at a picture of my mom. And for the first time in my entire life, I didn't see my hero. I didn't see the entrepreneurial mom that was raising 4 kids. I saw all 320 pounds of her, the cancer, the stress, the exhaustion. But the worst part that I saw was my future self staring back at me. That was my mirror moment, the moment I realized that no one was coming to save me and that transformation wasn't going to happen someday, but that it had to start today. So right then and there, I made myself 2 promises. I said, Carissa, you're going to move your body every day, no matter what, and you're going to eat less food at every sitting. That's it. Not perfection, just discipline. And somewhere between those early morning workouts and those late night cravings, I started to rewire my mindset. I stopped being the woman who needed motivation and became the woman who creates it. Because that's the real psychology of getting everything you want. It's not about luck. It's not about talent. It's about identity. You see, who you believe you are determines what you allow yourself to have. That health journey, it didn't just change my body physically. It changed every part of my life. Because you see, real success, it isn't about the destination. It's about who you become in the pursuit of happiness. That journey taught me so many lessons. I built discipline. I built resilience. I built consistency. I built self-belief. And all of those skills and that mindset are what built my success as an entrepreneur. Because let's be real, strategy without self-trust is useless. You can have the best business plan. You can have the prettiest funnels or the perfect offer. But if your mindset is still stuck in fear and comparison, you will sabotage every opportunity that comes your way. Because here is the truth. Strategy only works when the woman behind it does. I've learned over my last 10 years of helping entrepreneurs that funnels, they don't fix fear. Marketing doesn't replace mindset. And email sequences can't save you from all that self-doubt. Without discipline, you won't execute. Without consistency, it's hard to scale. Without self-trust, you'll never sell at the level that you're capable of. Alex Hermosi said it best. He said, you don't become confident by shouting affirmations in the mirror. You earn confidence by keeping promises to yourself. That's exactly how I lost 100 pounds. That's how I built a multi-six-figure brand. And that's how I help other women do the same thing. It's not magic, it's mastery. So ask yourself this. What if I didn't care what people think? What if I gave myself full permission to go after what I want? So, ladies, if your goals and dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. So please stop negotiating with your potential. Stop waiting for the permission. You are the permission. You are an alpha queen. So tomorrow, when you look at yourself in the mirror, don't check your hair or your makeup. Look yourself in the eye and ask yourself, who am I choosing to be today? Because the mirror, it doesn't lie. It reflects exactly who you choose to be. The world, it doesn't need more women chasing hustle. It needs more women anchored in self-power. So decide to play bigger, decide to take action, decide to lead. Because queens, we don't wait for permission. We rise up. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a beautiful day.
Wow.
Wow. So good. Very
my-
good.
Oh, let me lower this down off the screen. Let me get this
Woo.
back. Oh my goodness, that was incredible. Gosh, wow. That was really, really amazing. How motivational. I just love the story. Gosh, that is incredible. Right?
Goosebump worthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Goosebump worthy.
Goosebump worthy is right. And I
Mhm.
like, let me get my little sound here so we can give her an applause. I forgot to do the
Yeah. The applause.
here.
Don't
We've
forget
got
the
to hear a
applause.
round of applause for Carissa. Amazing. I love that. That was such a motivational, yeah, I mean, like, it's so true. Stepping into your high, we talk about this, right, Wendy? It's ironic because
Yeah.
like the message is exactly what we've been saying is stepping in now to the person that you want to be. So you can't be the person, you can like sit on the couch and do law of attraction all day long, but if you
Right.
don't actually embody or take some steps and be that person now, even in a small way, it's not going to happen, you know? So like, it's exactly what she said. She had to take the steps. She had to cut the meals down. She had to start doing some exercise to be that person, you know, and to break through fear. You may be like thinking, okay, gosh, this is terrifying to ever think about being on stage. Like, I want that, but oh my God, I just don't know how I would ever do that. Who am I to do something like that? You know, like all those little doubts that just creep in your head, you know, it's like, where are those even coming from, right? It's not even you when you have those doubts. We will get it. You know, it's like, it's these little voices that are negative that tell us we can't do something, or we're not good enough, or we're not pretty enough, or we're not tall enough, or slim enough, or whatever the heck it may be. We're not smart enough. Those are all just lies. Those are all a false outer energy coming in to sabotage you. It's not coming from your soul. It's not coming from who you really are. So, you know, the best thing to do when those come in is to just look at them. Don't judge and just say, oh, thanks for sharing. I don't believe you. Goodbye.
Exactly.
I see you. Call them out. I see you. Okay, I see whoever, whatever energy is coming in that I'm allowing in. That's not my true self. It's not who I am. And then replace it with a vision of, you know, who you are. And then take a little step every single day of how you can, you know, step into that.
Exactly. How you can
Yeah,
create
yeah,
that. Mhm. How can you
absolutely.
create that reality? Yeah, so powerful. So
Yeah.
powerful. Definitely it's an identity shift. And that's something I was sharing that I had to do to even create the state. I had to do an identity shift because I would consider myself, you know, call myself an introvert. And I had to move away from that identity of being an introvert. And really now I say, okay, I'm an extroverted introvert, you know, so
Right.
I'm making baby steps to move away from that identity. So I'm
Yeah,
recreating a new identity now. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you went from like somebody to where you are now is
Yeah.
extraordinary.
Yeah.
And so it's really interesting. It's like my friend, to Stacy Lauren. I mean, she was terrified to even go on a Zoom. And she for her first Zoom, she tells the story how she just closed her eyes and talked like that. And, which I find hysterical. And guess what? Stacy just spoke like a month ago in front of the UN, the
Wow.
UN. So
Wow.
from just a couple years ago, closing her eyes like this on a Zoom to doing that, like how extraordinary is that?
Yeah.
Like to be able to do something like that. And everyone can do stuff like that. And you can start with little baby steps, you don't, you can just put yourself out there, take the chance, take the risk, do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Whatever you can do to step into who you want to be, the lifestyle, the person, whether that's losing weight, whether that's speaking on stages, or getting on podcasts or getting in the media. Like everyone deserves that. It's not like just
Absolutely.
select few. It's
Yeah.
everybody can and do it. And yeah, it's scary. Oh my God, it's very scary. But you just do it anyway. You like it was a book years ago. Gosh, I think it was from the 80s called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And that book, right? That is you're gonna be terrified no matter what you do. You're always gonna have
Right.
those butterflies,
Yep.
like it was mentioned before when I spoke funnel hacking live international 9.5 last September. It was in person audience, but there was also the virtual wall with over 10,000 people watching, but they were all in back of me, all their faces. So it was like, it was intimidating, like because you're seeing them. It's not like you can't see these 10,000 people. There's like
Right.
there's an audience, and you just push through, you just do it and it was amazing. So like there's always going to be, no matter what opportunities you have, you're going to get those butterflies, and you just have to tell
Absolutely.
yourself you're good enough, you definitely can do this,
Absolutely.
and if you need to practice, sometimes you just want to throw yourself into the fire. That's kind of
Yeah.
sometimes that's the best way. Like I was telling the story on our challenge about the first time I ever was on TV. I happened to be on like major Fox News morning show at the time. That was one of the major morning shows at the time. And like my leg was shaking when I was like a real studio audience. It was surreal. And I was like hitting my leg like, okay, you can't be shaking when you go out there, like stop. And so it was like scary as hell, but I did it. And then after everything else was easier. So sometimes you just got to jump in. Don't give up opportunities that come for you. Somebody asked
No, yeah,
that.
do it with your voice shaking, your legs shaking. It doesn't matter. Just do
Just
it.
do it. Right. Like, are
And
you turning?
our brains are designed to keep us safe. That's just what it is. And so you're going to feel uncomfortable always. But like I always say, like, greatness and growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. You have to push through being, being uncomfortable. You have to learn how to push through those moments. And we're all faced with them. We're all faced with them. We just have to push through them.
Yeah, and then you become an example. Like we look at like what Carissa's story she just told us, which is so powerful.
Mhm.
She broke through. Now she's making multiple six figures, and she is now leading the way and inspiring other women. There's someone watching, hopefully right now, who maybe feels just like her, like, the health issues, or, feeling like you're not your prime and like you want it so bad, but you don't know how. And you just saw someone who did it. Like it's everybody who does it paves the way for another woman, and that's why we're so passionate about everybody sharing stories and being able to share your successes, your struggles, your missions, your message, because that's what this is all about. That's what the
Absolutely.
event is about. And I wanted to mention as well that we are benefiting two different nonprofits. One is the Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs Foundation, which we help women like you, women who are in our group or in our community who are struggling and who need a helping hand. And then we were able to do a lot of great things with that. And then Wendy, I'll let you tell a little bit about the foundation that is so close
Yeah.
to our heart.
Yeah. So my cousin, who I was really raised with like a brother, his 3-year-old daughter last year, was it last year? 2023, was jumping on the bed with her 8-year-old sister and fell out of the window. And I flew out there and stayed with him for a week, and we had to take her off life support. So they have a foundation called Riley's Foundation, and it helps for awareness for parents and also for awareness, like, around like window screens and, safety. And then they also help parents who are grieving the loss of a child as well. So they help them even like with like the move, because a lot of like they were able to move out of that apartment because they have the resources to do that, the financial resources to do that. But a lot of people don't, like they lose their child in the home or the apartment, or and they have to face that scene every day. They have to look at that scene every day when they really would rather move. A lot of them would rather move. So they even help like with like, helping them move into a new place if they want to, a change of scenery. But they help any parent who's lost a child. So it's very near and dear to my heart, because I actually was there when it all happened, and it was heartbreaking to go through, and it's still very difficult to talk about. But yeah, we're also going to be giving a percentage to the Riley's Foundation as well.
Worst nightmare of any parent. And
Absolutely.
we were talking earlier with Michelle about, horrible situations that can be churned into something bright and a light in that. And so like Riley now is helping so many parents who are
Yes.
suffering and saving lives. So, it's a little angel, and that was her mission, like we don't know why people come to Earth for what reason. So something like that, and now I get chills thinking about it, because like we're talking,
Me too.
we're watching, and this little precious little girl is doing that now. So yes, and that's part of your ticket for joining us. Will be helping not only women entrepreneurs, will be helping parents who are grieving, parents saving lives by making sure
Yes.
awareness and for these things so they don't happen again. So yeah, I want to make sure we mention that, because it really is all about giving back, and helping others. And that's, if we all have that mindset, the world could be such a different place, right? It
Right.
just could be so amazing.
And that's why we're doing this contest too, because we wanted to be able to pay it forward and give back by, awarding a couple people with some spots in Hollywood. So that's, it's pretty cool that we're doing this as well and paying it forward in that capacity too. So
Yes, I mean, it's amazing. And I didn't know we had a bunch of people lined up. So I am just going to check my phone to see what happened here. Okay, so let's see. Okay.
I'm sure a lot of people are sending their videos in, because I know like a lot of people want to be able to practice it instead of going live. So we're probably going to be getting a lot of videos in, and then when we get them in, we'll showcase them here in your group and then on my Instagram too. So that way everybody has a chance to vote on those videos too.
Yes, we are definitely going to make sure that we do that. And we're going to make sure that this runs also. We're going to rebroadcast this over on Instagram. And I'm looking here. I just want to look at the schedule one, because I know we just want to make sure, because we haven't heard back from everybody, but there was 2 more slots, and they may come on. So I don't want to like end it before that they're coming on. So let's see. We've got, okay, so 12:29 is well, let's see, no, 12, Nancy was ill, so Nancy wasn't able to participate. Dea and Naomi still left at coming up 12:41 and 12:53. So let's just hang out till then and see. If they don't make it, we will definitely play their live. Does anybody have any questions? If any questions, you can put them in the comments. Anything you want us to talk about while we're here for the next 20 minutes or so with you guys. Let me see if I can even see the comments, because I've got my little background sounds on over here. Where are we? Comments. I see Lynn. Hey, Lynn, Rena. And we're in multiple different places. Oh, I don't know if you could hear my dog barking. I got my crystal sound mute thing on, so hopefully that's not my dog isn't yelling. So yeah, we got a couple people here. I don't see any questions. If you guys have any questions, just drop it in the comments here. And what else can we tell you about that?
How do I find the live on Facebook? I'm not seeing it.
If you go to it's in a couple places. It's on my personal profile. It's also on the
okay.
Entrepreneurs page, and I did reshare it into the Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs group.
Okay. Okay. I think that's what I was looking for. I was looking for it in there. Okay, perfect. I see it now. Okay. I see it.
Yes.
Perfect.
Any
Let's see if
comments
we
on
have any comments. No,
page?
this-
Because we're like in so many numerous places all at once.
Yes.
See here, we're okay. Let's see. Let me see if we got anybody here. Where's the page? Oh, sometimes I think I'm on the page and I'm actually in the group profile. There we go. Let's see. We got any questions here? Okay, don't see any yet. Let me see if there's any questions over here too. Yeah, don't see any questions, so we'll just give it a little more time just to wait for our other speakers, though they didn't confirm, so I don't know if they're planning on showing up or not. So we don't know.
We don't
Yeah,
know.
no, we don't know. Yeah, so we'll
They
just give
paid, but they might not be here. We don't know yet.
Yeah, we did send out, several emails to them, and I haven't seen any responses. I'll do a double check to see if we have if anybody, like, because I know, this time of year, I know a lot of people get sick and there's a lot of stuff going on.
Plus, we
And
gave the option of sending in a video, so we're definitely got to check emails to see if we've gotten. We're gonna have like 20 videos when we when we go to check.
yeah, I'm looking at the reply here to see if anybody else sent in their videos here. Let's see. Okay, don't see here. Yeah, I don't see anything yet. But okay, so the 2 month, when did I say the next 2 are? So they're in the next 20 minutes.
12, yeah, 12.
Yeah, 12:40 and
Maybe we can reach out and see if they can come earlier. I don't know if we've got their contact info or not.
let me ask Sabrina. We're gonna ask them. So I want to ask too, if anybody's in San Diego, we are going to be doing a little something
Oh, yeah.
next. So let us know if you're in San Diego. We're going to be meeting up in person for a fun little event that we're doing. So yeah, anybody here, California, San Diego, and the surrounding areas,
Mhm.
let us know, because we would love to see you. And yeah, so Wendy, let's see, what else could we talk about now for the next 20 minutes?
We can talk about ourselves.
Yeah, we can talk about ourselves, our pets, right.
Yeah, me and Christina, when we talk literally we can talk for like 3 hours. Our voice notes are like 20 minutes long.
Oh my God. Yes. Our voice note messages back and forth, right? We're like, I always think it's going to be like, oh, I'm just going to leave like a 1 minute, 2 minutes. It's like, I'm like, oh my God, I spoke for 8 minutes.
Same.
12 minutes.
Yeah, I do the
It's like,
same thing.
just go on. I'm like, because both Wendy and I have ADHD, as you can probably tell. And like, we were like, we talk about a million things in one voice message each. It's like ping pong. Yesterday, I really felt like my brain was a pinball machine. Like I because I was like boing, boing, boing. I got to do this, right? Because I don't know if anybody out there has ever done events before, and I always say that they're not for the faint-hearted, because oh my God, so
They're
many
definitely not.
details.
Yeah,
And
they're definitely not.
And so many remember, and like just little things, and like, oh my gosh, yeah, right, between the little details of like the lanyards and the badges, down to every little thing that you need to keep everybody on top of.
Yes.
So we're in that
Yes.
phase now, because we've got a couple of weeks left, so we're like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
I think it's less than like what, 3 weeks left now, or a little bit more than 3 weeks.
I hope it's a little more than 3 weeks.
It's like 3.5 weeks, I think. Oh my goodness, I think. Yeah,
I don't know
November
where
12th, 13th, and 14th. So, and where it's the 15th now. So,
Yeah,
about 4 weeks left. So, it's
been
coming
absolutely
down to the wire. It's been a lot. It's a lot of, especially I think this because of our packages are so cumbersome. I feel like that it's been, it's a lot. It took us a lot to put them together. It really did. We put a lot of thought into putting them together, really trying to think about what would we want in our businesses, If, we're trying to get visibility for our businesses, what would we want to, as an entrepreneur? So we put a lot of thought into those. And
Yeah.
so I think just all the moving pieces, that's what's virtual events are a lot of work too, though. Like, people think they're just getting on a Zoom. No, there's a lot of work behind the scenes on a virtual event too. So both of
Absolutely.
them.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
and it's interesting too, we've spoken about this too with speaking, like, and, a lot of people want to be speakers. They raise their hand to be speakers, and some may be wondering, like, why would I pay to be on a stage, right?
Mm.
And this is something that is actually it's something that a lot of people do, and it's a very valuable thing. So there's different kinds of speaking, right? So yes, you want to get paid to speak, but those are usually going to be from like corporations, right? So you're going to be going there, maybe you're training, you're going to be doing your keynote, it's going to be the crowd is going to be a big business, hiring you, and that's phenomenal. That's got its place.
Mhm.
Then you have the type of events that you do yourself and that you're going to be pitching from the stage. So yes, you're
Mhm.
going to be making money and stuff too. In this situation, you've got when you're paying on stages, if you're going to do that, you want to make sure that you're leveraging it, that it's the right audience, that you can get like the right publicity from that, the right visibility, the right reach, because that is worth a lot of money. Now you could pay a publicist, and no offense to any publicists out there may like send me some hate emails, but I have to say this, you publicists, public relation firms charge minimum 10,000 a month.
Yeah.
And they could get you zero. Trust
Yeah.
me. Like, you are not guaranteed
I
anything. You're not
paid one $12,000 a month for 6 months and got nothing out of it. Nothing. Zero.
exactly. So what happened with that, with the industry, it's a very interesting thing, and people don't know this, in like the whole PR, even getting on podcasts, stages, magazines, TV. In like after COVID, things changed a little bit with these publications, and then it's not very well known, but even celebrities will pay to be in certain publications.
Mhm.
Because now there is a way you can buy into magazines, even this, you can buy into Forbes, Entrepreneur, even you could be in Harper's Bazaar, believe it or not, and there's different countries, and there's not, and the prices range all the way up there, right? Because they have to make out revenue. And these are not ads, these are like sponsored type posts. Like they don't look like ads at all, they're articles. And a lot of people do this, and it's a little known fact. And a lot of smart speakers, literally, instead of wasting money on ads that probably going to go nowhere, they will go and buy their way onto podcasts. They will
Yeah.
pay their way on stages, and they will get what they extract from that. Like, one of the things too, if you sponsor an event, that's another option we have here too, that you can sponsor and speak, and you have a booth or a table, and now people afterwards, once you're on stage, trust me, what happens is everybody comes up to you afterwards. It just
Mhm.
They always do. And it's like you've now built trust. So if you have something that that you're selling at that point at your booth, or you're giving, people are going to come up to you and ask you about it. So there's a way to make money doing that, is if you have a booth as well, or you're just giving, your lead magnet, and then you're putting them into your funnels, right? And that's where you're going to make the money. You're creating warm, hot leads with the know, like, and trust factor that you can then convert. So it's win-win. So it is a model, though, that some people may have a block in their heads, like, oh, well, I wouldn't do that because, I'm not going to pay. But you have to think of it from a different perspective of how valuable and how much money you'd pay, Mark Zuckerberg, for cold ads that,
Yeah.
target.
People pay. That's why I say, like, you've got to think about it from like an entrepreneur mindset instead of a speaker mindset. Like, because you'll pay to do Facebook ads or to do Google ads or any kind of ads, but you won't pay to speak on stage, which to me is like, with ads, you don't even see, like, you're lucky to see a return on your investment. And there's no networking. Like I was telling you, the power of networking, right? There's no networking with Facebook ads. That you don't, who you're networking with. You know what I mean? You can't network with anybody. When you go to an event, you get to rub elbows with the right people and talk to the right people and be in the rooms with the right people. And and forge collaborations and relationships, and you get all this value with the networking that you just can't get from a Facebook ad, right?
I mean, the
So
difference too is like, okay, so you're going to pay, like, I know, you for cold ads, it could go anywhere up to $300 for like an event registration or something per person. But the thing is, most people do ads, they'll spend a lot per ad. Now, I'm not saying ads are bad because if done the right way, but you want to send them to something and then put them through a nurture series, because when they're cold, they're not going to convert. Like, you're going to
right,
spend a lot of money getting them to the point where you can convert them into your high ticket or your program, right? The best way to use ads, but you need a big list for that. And that's how Wendy and I are going to be using ads, is for retargeting people who are already in your community. So if you don't have a big list, you don't have that, it makes it very expensive and very hard to use ads. And we're not dissing them. We're just saying that, like,
right,
Week on a Stage is going to give you a lot more potential ROI than getting a cold lead who doesn't know you, to an ad. It takes time to build them, to get them on your webinars, to get them to show up, to get them into your 3-day event, or to go through your funnel and email sequence, and, eventually, hopefully convert them at the end. Where you get on a stage, instant know, like, and trust factor. And it's not only that time on the stage, you get the recording of your talk that you can repurpose. And now you can be putting that out there. You can even run traffic. It's one of a little known secret to use ads is take whatever you have. If you've been on any stages, right? Post it and then just boost it for just not to convert, but just like convert for sales, because it's higher money, just to literally run traffic to it for visibility, for views, for trust, for credibility, with your audience. And so they're very strategic ways to use it, but you need that, footage, and you need professional footage that positions you in that light that's now on your website, and that you have these clips and you're using them on social media and the media and the photos and everything that comes with speaking, on stages. Anytime I'm ever on a stage, I'm sharing that, I'm putting it everywhere. I'm repurposing it. I'm making reels out of it over and over again, just with different, just using it in things, because it's a very powerful asset to have.
absolutely, absolutely. And there's no event that's going to be more powerful of an asset to have than speaking in Hollywood on TV. So there's nothing more powerful than being able to say that you're speaking in Hollywood on TV
And then putting
with
it,
celebrities on stage with you.
yeah,
So yeah,
and putting the logos too on your website, on your banner, Facebook. You see, I have them. I have all my logos on my banner. It's because it does help with that trust and credibility. And these aren't those logos like, I don't know, people do those things. Oh, it's on MS, and no, you want like good logos. You
yeah,
want to, and you want to
yeah,
have those on there. And it's funny. I'll see people who have like a website, their branding website, and they've done things like they've been around as a celebrity, like they've worked with somebody who's well known, or they have a logo, but they bury it. Like, I'm like, no, that has to be up. We call it above the fold.
mhm,
Anybody, like if you've worked with, anybody well known, or you have logos, you need that on top, the first thing people see, because it's that important for credibility, for your future clients and customers. They need to see that. It does evoke that sense of trust. And maybe, is that right or wrong? We could debate that. It's just the
right,
culture we're in. We are
yeah,
a celebrity obsessed culture.
mhm,
There's people literally make careers, think about it, out of working with celebrities. Like, we'll say the Kardashians hairstylist, or, the fitness coach to whatever celebrity. Now they've got their own products, they've got their own skincare line, or whatever it is, because they can say that they worked with, so and so. And then we just say, oh, okay, they worked for them, they must be good, in
right,
our brain, right?
mhm,
Oh, they're a celebrity hairstylist, oh,
yeah.
I want to buy their hairspray, right? So
So
that's
true.
oh my
I
God.
I bought
Yeah,
Shakira's curl cream the other day, so it's definitely so
right, because yeah, that's why we buy from
true.
celebrities themselves. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Because
exactly. She's got beautiful curls. Her curls are so pretty.
yeah, yeah, it's like even if we read, it's funny. Like, if you ever read a magazine article and they're talking about some celebrity and they're wearing this, oh, they wear this color lipstick from this brand.
Mhm,
Now you're
mhm.
like, ooh, what's that? Okay. And you try that. Oh, if they're wearing it, it must be good. It's just a weird thing we have in our brains.
Yep.
You know, we want what they have, you know, it's psychological. So you got to think about that, what your customers are going to want. You know, they're going to want, you know, they're going to want to hire people that has some connection to something that they know, you know, is great. Because the saddest thing is people who are amazing, but you don't know it because like their branding is off, like, and people are bouncing off their websites or their landing pages, and they're not, you know, and they are amazing, but nobody knows it because they're just, you know, our attention span is, I don't even know what, like now it's not even a goldfish. It's beyond
Right.
anything. Like,
No.
like, so like if you're not capturing attention immediately, nobody's going to give you the time to actually look at what you're doing. And that's a shame because there's so much talent out there. And like,
Yeah.
just if it's repositioned and you position it the right way and you have that credibility, that's why if you see in advertising, it's really funny. You'll see like they'll have like a doctor, you know, like for a medical thing, like this doctor from this TV show, or, you know,
Because
whatever.
that's another thing we do too, is we do anything a doctor says also we believe, and you know, we're like, yes, they know everything. So just like how we do at celebrities. That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
You know, there's actually companies that will go find doctors or people who are good on camera or whatever, and they'll like develop like I don't think it's Gun3 or whatever, those multi-billion-dollar companies. That Dr. Gun3, he doesn't really produce any of that supplements. They have a deal where he's like the face, you
The
know,
face of
they
it.
under his name, they pay him a fee, and then because they want that. Like if they were just to be a supplement company on their own without somebody like that, it would not be a billion-dollar company. So
Right.
it's shocking how much, if you really see the marketing, why, you know, this, even influencers, whether they're micro influencers or big influencers, it's the trust factor that somebody you're watching every day, a real person, is now recommending something. And you're like, okay, that's a real person. It's working for them. Okay. I want to use it. You know, I started my daughter, Sabrina, who's, she's on TikTok. She's got a product for golden retrievers called the Healthy Golden, a pour-on supplement. And she's got lots of animals because we have a farm. So she's got, you know, we've got eight alpacas now, and we've got 3 goats, a donkey, 2 golden retrievers, 2 Great Pyrenees, and 4 cats. So, make a long story short, on TikTok, she's been getting sent products for pets, and she's been making videos, and she's made close to $10,000 just recently. One of the one she made the most money with, oh my gosh, it's so funny. She's not even on camera. She is like, it's a thing that takes fur off the couch, and she's just like talking, and all this fur is coming up, and it's on like 1 billion views. And like and actually it was just funny, the person who they sent her the sample, they paid her to do that, but she gets a commission, affiliate commission too. They actually ran ads to her post too on top of it, so she made a lot of money with it. But it's funny too, because people will be like, oh my God, your couch is disgusting and this, that, but it just feeds the algorithm and she just makes more money. But so like, that's because people are buying that thing because they're like, oh my God, I can take that out of my couch because somebody's showing it, and it's somebody that they watch their channel and that they trust. So it's really interesting. Yeah. It's just the whole world of this influencer marketing, celebrity style marketing, is a whole new world that we've been in the last couple of years. And it's just, you know, now with TikTok shops, it's exploding. So, being able to, you know, have the authority that you can have with, you know, speaking on stages is one of the best ways that you're getting around people. You're borrowing, it's like a borrowed authority, proximity.
Yep, absolutely. The power of proximity.
The power.
That's what it is.
3 minutes left, and then we are going to, we'll call it a day, and then we'll get those videos from the rest of the ladies. So we're just going to give, because we have one more person who was scheduled for, and let me just see here, and I will bring up, just so you guys can see. Okay, let me see something. Let me see. We've got, okay, Dea was at 12:41. She's not here. And then Naomi is in 4 minutes. So we'll just wait for Naomi. But I want to pull up the site again so you guys can see again for the event. You can grab your tickets. Let me go over here and share my screen once more. And let me find that. There we go. Is that it? Yes. Okay. Okay. So just to give you a little recap, you can just come to the event. You don't want to be on stage. 3 days is a phenomenal price. You can bring a friend. But here's where it gets really fun, where you can be a VIP spotlight speaker. You get that 3 minutes stage spotlight on stage. You can share your message, your story, your win live from our Hollywood stage at the W Hotel. You're going to get 2 tickets. You can bring a friend, moral support. If you're nervous, about getting on stage for 3 minutes, you can grab a friend, your business partner, anybody you need for moral support. And you're going to get the whole experience, photography, the binge TV feature. We're going to be streaming live to, gosh, 1 billion potential homes. And your free gift in the virtual gift bag, very valuable because that is your lead magnet to build your list and to nurture those people and turn them into clients. That's only $497. We've got a special right now where it's half off. It would have been $997. Or if you just can't make it in person, you can do this virtually, and we're going to play you live. You'll still be streamed on Binge. We're going to live at the event. We're going to play your 3 minutes, and you also get the virtual gift bag. So again, we have lots of amazing women and one man, Justin Guarini from American Idol. We have more coming, but this is going to be a phenomenal lineup. And I wanted to show our iconic speakers as well. These are women who stepped up, and so far we've got more to add here. I know there's we're adding, we have a couple more we have to put on the website, but these wonderful women are going to be on the stage as well, and they've stepped up to the plate. And we're so excited. And yeah, it's going to be an amazing event at the W Hotel, November 12th through 14th. This is a great deal. These are going to go extremely fast. So grab your ticket while you still can, because once Spotlight Speakers Virtual, we only have a certain amount because we're only doing 2 10-minute segments a day. So it's 10, 10. So like there's not going to be, these are going to go. So we're not going to have a lot of them left. And then we'll just be to the event tickets, which are going up. So make sure you grab that. And if you're interested in being an iconic speaker, just leave it in the comments, let us know, and somebody will get in touch with you and we can talk more about that. So I'm going to go over back here now and just drop the link. And we have 1 more minute to see if, I'm going to just see, we just have someone who's joining a general admission ticket. We're excited. I just saw an alert come in. So let me go back over here and let me minimize this. Let me see. Let me put the link in here to make sure I've got that in here. Oh, that's not the link. That's the password. I'll grab the link to this and share it with everybody so you guys can grab your tickets before they sell out, because this is something you're going to want to be with us. If you can make it live into Hollywood, it's going to be extraordinary. We're so excited.
Yeah,
So
we are super excited. Very, very exciting stuff. And I cannot wait to see everybody there and get to know, like, it's crazy. I get to see people virtually, but then meeting them in person is so different. So it's exciting.
my God. Yeah, so we've got about now, and we'll just give her a minute, but if she's not coming, we're going to redo it again. So we'll be playing. So keep an eye. You're going to be seeing our audition videos over the next couple of days when we grab everybody's videos who couldn't get here live today on camera. And we're so excited for this. And then we, of course, we'll be announcing the winner once we see everybody who signed up. We want to play those and make sure everybody gets the chance to appear live. So yeah, we'll just do it another minute. Any closing thoughts?
Any questions? Do we have any questions from anyone?
I don't
No.
see it here. It's just so hard to see because StreamYard doesn't bring into us all the comments.
I
Just
wish
like
we could have streamed to Instagram. We would have had some questions, I'm sure. I wish
Yeah.
that would have worked.
Well, we'll just replay this.
bad.
So if you're watching on Instagram, because
Yeah.
we stream this to you, the recording through StreamYard. So if you are, please leave your comments or DM Wendy, because this will be on her We're going to restream this entire broadcast over.
Yeah, on Instagram. So if you're watching on Instagram, watching the replay, and you have any questions about being a speaker, then send me a DM that says Hollywood, and then I will get everything you need to you for the details, get all the links to you. So Hollywood is going to be the DM to send me.
Yes, yes. And we're so excited for those of you who have signed up and are joining us, and we can't wait to see you. It's going to be an amazing, fun event. Very, very excited. And yeah, well, so yeah, okay, I guess we'll call it a day now, and we will rebroadcast this. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, ladies.
Good.
We'll see you in Hollywood.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.